So next, I'm really excited to introduce Mr. Joe Ellis-Strong. Joe was a student in St. Paul a number of years ago. He is currently a mentor to youth in the community, as well as a college student pursuing a degree in psychology. Joe is going to share with us some of his experience in having an incarcerated parent and how it impacted him in school. Here you go, Joe. Thanks. You can move this around if you want to take that off.
How everyone doing? Okay. First time speaking. Kind of nervous, so bear with me. I can say I grew up. My name is Joe Ellis-Strong, 23 years of age. Um, Grew up on the east side of Chicago. Um, at the time, growing up, had a big family, 9 other siblings, 4 sisters, 5 other brothers in the house. So, kind of hard, but I can say my family was off as far as parents, mother and father, it was off and on in the household when I was younger growing up. I can say I first witnessed my father going to jail, going to prison. Actually, I was 7 years old. Um, I don't really understand why he went to jail or how that started to impact me at the time, as far as my thinking and how I started acting at home because my father played a huge figure of discipline in my life. So once that discipline was gone, it was kind of like a run and loose thing for the meantime. I'm not really worried about punishments so far as how my dad would punish me as far as my mother. So the mom would take it easy, you know. Um, I can say that, but when that started, my father going to prison, it made it started making it hard for my mom because she had like 9 other kids also she had to take care of. Uh, she ended up, putting me on Social Security, making me act a fool in a doctor's appointment. And filed Social Security. That led me to a disability in school. So now I'm in class with an IEP. I'm in a special education class, and that's when my trouble really started happening. I don't got no father. My father gone. I'm not really worried about getting whoopings. Um, and at that time, I'm thinking going to jail, that would make you a man. Because that's what you see on TV. You see it on TV all the time. Coming out, they got the um, figure of a tough guy now. Everybody think they tough because they went to jail. So I think that kind of made people look up to people like that in my neighborhood. So that was kind of like a role model, I can say in a negative way. But now it's a negative way. But far as school education, my that's it. That put me. That's when I just realized that I'm not. I don't want to. I don't want to go to school no more. For one, I can't read. It's hard for me to read, and plus, I'm in classes with other kids that's basically ain't doing no work. I'm seeing it for them acting out. I can see that where they gave me a leeway to act out because other kids doing it, they ain't trying to work. They ain't trying to listen. So and the names that came with being in that class was retarded. You special ed. You loco dummy. Everybody look at you like you just slow. You can't mount up because everybody else in a regular class, in a regular program, and here I am at the age I should be at with them, but I'm in like a second grade reading level. So that was more of an embarrassment, and not even wanting to go to school. And as far as at home, my mom was just struggling paying the bills. Father was gone, so they led her to, you know, drugs. And for the drugs, that just led to her really not paying attention of us in school now. For now, I'm just getting dismissed. Parents, I can't go back to the school unless my parents shows, and half of the time my parents ain't even in the house. My father in jail, my mom ran out somewhere, so got big brothers and sisters around, but they just fending for self. Um, then at the age Then when my father finally did come home, I was going into the 7th grade, so I was kind of in the middle school acting. If I was that age, it was like a lot of negative beliefs and images was already just bedded in my head now because I didn't have nobody who to show me like stay in school. This was school to do for you instead of stop goofing off in school because I felt like school wasn't even a place for me. My parents don't even care. I'd rather run around in the streets with the kids that's doing all the, getting attention because I wasn't getting attention. My attention was zero, how I felt at the time. But I ended up falling out the 7th grade due to the fact that no other public schools would accept me at all because my behavior got out of control. Uh, I ain't seen no 7th grade year. That was a whole poof until my father actually got out of jail and tried to get the family back in order. By that time, everybody else was running off. He's um, wondering about my mother. My mother, she's ran off. We get the call that she's in rehab. Um, so my father had enough of it because he seen that wasn't none good coming staying in Chicago. He decided to move to Minnesota. So we moved to Minnesota in 04. I could say in 2004, in around June. And I started back school and everything. 8th grade now. I'm in 8th grade now. Middle school, Washington Middle School. Going good for the most part. Ended up following my old patterns and thoughts. Stayed with me. It's just a new scene. I didn't get too far with that. I ended up getting kicked out of that school due to that my mother wasn't here. No, my father's just raising us now. You know, and really, my father wasn't really like the person who could show you how to who like do the father things with. You know, he was just the person that go to work. You see him when you see him, don't mess with him. He don't want to be bothered, and that was it. So I felt like he really know how to be a father. So that was kind of like my mother was like the biggest part of my life. I felt at that time because that was who I went to for anything, even if I was in the wrong. My mom always made me feel good. That's how my mama do, you know. But since she gone, I tried to. My father tried to keep me in shape, but I really didn't want the help at the time, like because my past was just it was just tough. It was just trauma. Cause I'm just learning how all that trauma I was going through really starting to fade me as you get older. So I ended up getting into some trouble up here. I ended up going to jail in 9th grade. When I was going that jail time, I was before I was getting sentenced. I was sitting in my actually I was sitting in my cell, and I was crying to myself because I know that I got myself into some trouble that can't nobody help me, mother or father, you know. And it's a cycle that my whole family go through. Like no one in my family, you know, haven't really reached that accomplishment part far as education. My mother don't got no GED diploma. My father don't got no GED diploma. And half of my brothers and sisters don't got it. Except for my youngest. Thank you for that. But at that time, I was really in a point of like I was at my lowest. I feel like I was at my lowest. Like I didn't want to go to jail. I'm young. I miss my family. I don't. This ain't even supposed to be me. You know. I'm supposed to be in this type of situation at this age, and I realized like everybody in my family, we all do the same thing and end up in the same places, and I kind of got sick of that. So I wanted to change, and I wanted help, but I didn't know who can help me. I didn't know. I wasn't a reaching out type person. I had a pride problem. I didn't like asking. I didn't like talking about my feelings. I'd rather let my feelings build up and let it out on someone that don't deserve it. But at that program, I went to Red Wing, and that Red Wing, that's what really changed my life. That's how I met Otis Xanders. And during that time, they give you I'm gonna call it a toolkit because it gives you ways and it helps you. They will help you. And they will give you tools that catch you when you are thinking negative, or learning when you're being self-centered, or learning your thinking pattern, and learn how to solve problems and know that it's a reaction to every action, but it's problem steps to problem solving. So it's like if you basically they gave you the tool, just like it's a tool. You could take it and use it if you want, but they gonna always be here for you. You know, and Otis he had to sit down and talk to me personally because I was the youngest person I've been in the facility, and I didn't really know nothing. I thought it was just supposed to be a hardcore place, and I had the hardcore act and the hardcore look, and that's what I wanted to put on in front of everybody. But Otis actually sat down and talked to me and told me what this program had to offer, and I actually took advantage of that because that's what I really wanted inside. I wanted to change. I wanted to graduate from school. I wanted to go to college. No, I wanted to stop the cycle that being repeated in my family about jail and education and employment and everything. Um, that's when I really took advantage of the program, and I actually learned a lot, and I actually completed that program, and I actually in that program I won a Peacemakers Award for um, basically being I can what's the word I'm looking for? Being I can say on task with my group, like making sure everybody is on, ain't nobody being self-centered, making sure ain't nobody treating nobody else disrespectful, making sure we all prompt and ready on time, you know, making sure problems running smoothly, you know, the group going good. And when I won that award, that made me feel like I can really do something. And when I won my um I'm sorry, honor roll certificate, when I won my honor roll certificate, I felt like I can do something. So far as my education and everything went, I was really becoming what I wanted to. I started learning how to read. I started learning at my reading level, math, everything, school, period. I was at the grade that I needed to be. And when I started high school, they told me that you don't need your IED to graduate. I mean, your IEP, your IEP to graduate. So I graduated without my IEP, without my disability. I improved in that. I graduated. I'm currently getting back enrolled at St. Paul College for psychology. I love helping people. I love helping people out with problems. I love talking to people about better ways to do things in life and try to share my experience and some of my personal problems to let them know that we all go through it, but it's all different situations we go through. But at the same time, at the end of the day, we all have the same purpose, you know, because anybody can make it. I feel anybody can make it. It's just that you gotta have faith in yourself and just know that it's God, and just know that there's no end. It's everything is just new beginning. There's always an open door for everything. Just gotta open it. That's about it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks, Joe. So on behalf of the collaborative, we wanted to give you this certificate, which is an appreciation of speaking today and sharing your story with everyone. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.